Hey everyone, welcome back to the Startable Vlog, the place where everyone can be an entrepreneur. I'm Nicole Dickens, the founder of Zoetica, where we help people start, launch, and scale their ideas for greatest impact. Now, as you know, or hopefully you know, by now, the Startable community is all about creating as many options and opportunity for those in the early stages of entrepreneurship to discover, then launch their ideas into the world. And so we've been talking along the lines of transformation for the last couple of vlogs. We just want to feel that concept out or idea out in the minds of the community. And so last week we talked a bit about why an entrepreneur needs to make transformation easy for the community in which it's serving, wherever your ideas are headed or targeted, your client base, your audience, your community. You want the transformation that you're bringing to be easy for them. You do the hard work of tackling the problem so they can consume something that's easy and simple for them. This week, we want to talk about what makes an idea for a product or service transformative in the first place. Now, we've established within the Startable community this truth, and if you've been a part of entrepreneurial communities, you've heard this over and over again, that the chief aim of an entrepreneur is to solve problems. That's their purpose. That's why we're here, folks. But we do see in our marketplace today, and at any point in time, so many products out there that actually don't do that at all. Or they do solve problems, but they solve problems that someone else also solve, and they do it in a way that's not particularly new or different. And so in both scenarios, the battle is focused on their competition. How can I steal from them? And not on their customers. And so the whole sales strategy is push, 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 push. In these situations, you are basically selling someone something that they really don't need or even want. Or you're selling something that's not memorable. It's just plain vanilla. They already have someone providing a solution for them, and there's just no reason for them to switch to you at all because it's the same thing, right? Plain vanilla. You can make money in both cases, and there are many, many things out there that accomplish actually that. Plain vanilla, they're making money. Margins are typically thin in this environment, by the way, but it can be done. This strategy, however, is not what the Startable community itself is about. We are about impact and we are about influence. And to have either, you have to produce something of value, something that is transformative to the people you will serve with your products and services. This is what we mean by transformation. This is why Startable exists. It's why Zoetica exists. What makes a product or service valuable, you ask? Or the other word I'm using for that term, transformative. One, it has to save time, money, and effort. Or in other words, it simplifies. Let's be honest, folks, you know this. Increased complexity means increased cost. It is going to cost you more time, more money, and more effort to manage, deal, make use of, consume a thing. And one of the best examples, I think, recent examples, I think, is the move from desktop to mobile from a computing or digital experience. I remember when I had my mobile phone, my PDA, personal digital assistant, my music device, and my camera that I lugged around with me everywhere I went just to do life, just to make life manageable. And then the iPhone was introduced. It combined all of those things into one sleek, simple, and elegant device that I could carry around. And you can argue there was a fifth thing it is still seeking to replace, but did a lot to do to replace, even with the first generation, and that is the desktop and the laptop. I was able to get a lot of things done and stay in communication with friends, family, and business, increasing my mobility, increasing my ability to be anywhere, to get work done or to get play done, frankly, easily. That saved me money, time, effort galore. Me and a whole bunch of other people. The second way a product or service can be transformative is if it creates opportunity and or options for the community. Best example there I can give you is Uber and Lyft, and to some extent DoorDash. Here, opportunity and options were created on both sides of the scenario, both the user and the provider of the service, right? Users now had a way where they can find transportation on demand when they want it, and to a certain extent at competitive prices. They didn't have to wait on bus systems and schedules that didn't necessarily work all the time, was rarely on time. It was safer than standing out on the street trying to wave your arm around, hoping a taxi will stop for you. I had such problems with that when I lived in New York, folks. I couldn't get a taxi cab to stop for me to save my life. Uber and Lyft just improved that whole process. And for drivers, you now have an opportunity to make extra cash with something you probably already own anyway. So you saw opportunities and options created on both sides of that transportation disruptor. Okay, now the third way a product or service can be transformative is if it extends or it gives power to its community, its clients, its customers, its audience. And that, my friend, is what the digital age has done for us all. It has put power literally at our fingertips. Things that would cost hundreds of thousands, tens to hundreds of thousands to actually get started now is a few $100s. Thanks to technology, you can become your own media mogul by simply having a mobile phone with a camera and a YouTube account. There's so many things you can do now that cost you next to nothing and requires what you already have on hand than ever before, thanks to the digital age. And by the way, Startable is about that too. Startable is about all three. We want to save time, money, and effort for you as you figure out what that idea is and how you want to get it out in the world. We want to help you with that. We want to give you as many shortcuts as possible to get there, to learn and discover. We are about creating options and opportunities for you to do that idea that's been on your mind for so long, and it's probably now time to do something about that. And we definitely want to extend power to you by giving you access to methodologies, to resources, and to ideas that's going to help you build and scale quickly. We're here to level the playing field and to broaden access to entrepreneurship, to people and places who aren't in the hubs of Silicon Valley like I am, New York City, and some of the other places where there are lots of innovation happening with a certain type of person always gaining access to the attention and the resources and the funding to get their ideas off the ground. So, this week, I want you to spend a little time thinking about how that idea of yours, or for some of you, you have many ideas, which one of them are truly transformative, or how can you change or expand that idea so that it is transformative? How will you bring true value with your idea to the people you intend to serve with this idea? Okay. Take care, folks. See you next week.